Hello, hi and welcome or welcome back to my little knitting corner here. My little knit and chat episode, or chat about knit episode 2. This is my little call on what's a knitting podcast video, whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it a chat about knits, and though it's named that, it's not necessarily only about knits. It's also about other things sometimes. So I have my phone with my notes on today, just if I'm looking down. But otherwise, I just want to say hi and thank you for joining me. My name is Michelle. I am a 26-year-old Dane living in Denmark, and I live with my boyfriend in the middle of nowhere on Sjælland, or Zealand, the big island in Denmark. I live with long-term pain, also known as chronic pain. I've been taught to call it long-term because we don't know if it ends, hopefully. But yeah, I'm based in Denmark, and I have a big passion for creativity, not just knits. So it might not always be about the knits, but today it's basically more or less about knitting. So yeah, as a new thing this time, I've been thinking about trying to add some of the prices of my my products, or my projects on my finished projects, like what have they cost, and stuff like that. Because I've been inspired by the Woolly Worker and Ali Makes Everything. So Venetia from the Woolly Worker and Ali, because I find it exciting sometimes to figure out what the prices of the things that I make, that other people make, because, well, it's just something, something different and nice to know. So yeah, I'm going to try to add some of the prices. The yarn I've already bought previously, I don't always remember the price on. So I've been taking the standard price from the web pages of the from the web shops of the wholesale sale, like Sandnes. I've been in on Sandnes website and looking, okay, what's the cost of it, and drops. I've been on a Garn video looking at that. So so it's like an overall price, because I know some of the things I buy on sale, some of the things I buy in my local shop, and the prices vary a bit. But nonetheless, I'm gonna try that because I think it's exciting. Yeah, I hope you want to follow along. I'm gonna also write the prices on screen. I'm gonna try mentioning them in Danish crowns, because that's what I basically purchase everything in. Euros, because I'm in Europe and that's a big currency in Europe, and then in US dollars because, well, why not? So I'm trying to get a bit about everything. Yeah, and everything I mention I'm gonna try to link or describe in the description down below. Write me a comment if you miss anything. And then otherwise, just before we get like real into it, I just want to say I hope you wanna like this video if you like it, comment anything if you have questions, and please subscribe if you would like that. But otherwise, you can find me also on Instagram and on TikTok as by Michelle Knapman, the same as here. So yeah, let's just get started a bit about this. The first thing I want to talk about is what I'm wearing. This is I'm gonna, because it got, if you can see, it got cables down here. This is my own design, or my own, yeah, it's my own design, my self-drafted. I've made quite a few of these actually, in different yarns and stuff. This one is made in hand-dyed yarn from the Danish Dyelot. Let me just, so you can see. And the braids go down, so it goes down the body and kind of, yeah, curves around my shape. I like it. Yeah, it's with yarn from the Danish Dyelot. I unfortunately don't remember what yarn it was or the color, as it's 2, maybe 3 years ago I bought this yarn. I bought it on Filcolk in Roskilde in Denmark, when she attended there. I know it's 2 strands because that'll just remember. You can perhaps see the halo on it. So there's the mohair in it of some sort, and then basic strand. I'm so sorry, I don't remember. But yeah, I really like it. It's such nice and simple. So I want to like the color, and the braids or the cables. I call them braids because I think they look like braids. They just add a little detail, and they are in the back as well. It's like a raglan. And yeah, I'm hoping to one day be able to actually get the design tested, because I actually wrote it before I got sick, before I started all this. We can do a personal update in the end. But yeah, then I am wearing more self-drafted. Wow, this is a beautiful shot. I am wearing some socks. I made, they are made in Lang's Jawohl sock yarn, and yeah, if you look at my Instagram you might know, but I have a weakness for monstera leaves. So yeah, this is a full-on colorwork sock. I think it's my second try. I did make, or not my second, I made a lot, but I made one first, and I hoped I could fit before I washed them. Then I washed them and I couldn't fit them anymore. And I even blocked them. I did block them. I couldn't fit them. But my friend got them. So yes. And then underneath I actually have, I have a T number 1 from my favorite things, knitwear. And I'm pretty sure I knitted that in a strand of Arwetta, in a blue one. I'm going to write all the specs from that on the screen, because I have that written down somewhere. I just don't remember it right now. Sorry. But yeah, I have that underneath, so I'm really warm and toasty today. Yeah, it's nice. The weather's a bit weird in Denmark. It's snowing, raining, and then sun shines, and it's plus degrees. So the degrees are going up and down. It's really odd. So yeah, that's what I am wearing today. The next one is I finished some objects, and I'm really happy about them. The first one I want to show you is this one that you saw the last time. This one is my self-drafted, it's a self-drafted cardigan with buttons. Wow, it got buttons. No shit, Sherlock. You can see them. It got buttons. That's super cute. And I want to say from the beginning that the buttons are gifted for me. I got them from my local yarn shop, Strikkelyst, down in Vams, not so far from where I live. Yeah, she just gave them to me. She was really nice. I was in looking for the buttons and I got them. So just full on clarity, so you know. Yeah. But it got cables. If you don't know, I have just as well as I have a weakness for the monstera plant, I have a weakness for cables. And especially these that look a bit like braids. It got it on the shoulder as well. And it's such a nice cardigan, I think. It's the sleeves. Can we see that? I just don't want to take my sweater. The sleeves are a bit short. And that's nice, I would say, because they are wide. As you can see, they don't go in. They just stay out. And so the sleeves are wide. I did add a bit of length after I washed and blocked it the first time. But it means that I can manage a bit more without dropping them and everything. That said, I had it on yesterday when we were eating soup, and I'm pretty sure I put the sleeve in my soup 2 or 3 times. So yeah, but it just means that I don't have to like go and pull them up all the time to make it work and everything, and I actually like it. The sweater I made it after also have shorter sleeves for the exact same reason. Plus it's a heavy one, so it's really nice that they are not so long, so they can grow if I wash it again and everything. But this one is made in Drops Nepal. I used 11 skeins to make it, and it's made in the color 2923, also called Goldenrod. I tried to find the names for all the colors. I couldn't. This one's called Goldenrod. I did reknit it a few times. Originally I wanted a really long cardigan, you know, those that go like down to your knees. Just really cozy and oversized cardigan. And I actually started doing that. I started on a size 5mm needle, and when I finished this, I then made sure to finish the sleeves first. I did the beginning of the body, then I did both sleeves, and then, you know, okay, the leftover yarn I can use to just knit down. I didn't have very much yarn left. I think I bought 15 or 16 skeins originally. I only used just under 11 of these, but back then I still wanted it long, so I did a swatch. I used the pockets here as swatches, basically, because they're square. It's okay that they're not 10 by 10, but you know, you can just measure 10 by 10 in it. So so I did a pocket with the braid on, the cable on it, and figured, you know what, I like that. Let's go with 5.5mm needle instead. So I just frocked it all. I ripped it all back, frocked the entire thing, and started again. And I don't regret it at all. I think it's so nice. Though, as you can hear, I still have 4 or 5 skeins left. Because then in the middle I decided, you know what, this just doesn't make sense that it's gonna be such a long cardigan, because I mainly wear high-waisted pants, and I wear trousers. I make, you know, these not denim. I usually just wear like some, what's it called, trousers in fabric, just like regular loose. They're a bit loose, but they cinch in at the waist, and I just thought, you know what, I don't usually like the look on me if I wear a long cardigan with it. And so I stopped it at the waist, and now I got this cropped cardigan, and I really like the way that it's cropped. It fits perfectly with my trousers, because it's just, you know, they end just around the same place, and that means that I got that waist that I like to have, that I believe fits my body. So that's perfect. That's what it's just what I wanted, I feel like. So I'm so happy. I just have 4 or 5 skeins left, but that's it. But this is, I don't know, I call it some sort of braided saddle shoulder cardigan, like the world's longest name. But yeah, I just made it. It's, yeah, self-drafted, fun. And again, you know what, let me know, would you like to see a video with all of the self-drafted stuff that I did? Because if you don't know already, I have figured out I do tend to make a lot. I just let my creativity loose, and I like it. I know that it's different from person to person if they like self-drafting, and I just have so much fun with it. So if you'd like to see a video where I present all the self-drafted knits that I can find, I would love to show you. So yeah, this one, as I said, just under 550 grams of Drops Nepal. which in Denmark usually would cost you around 264 crowns. That would be 35, just around 35.5 euros and 38.5 US dollars. Though I know I bought this on sale, and I'm pretty sure I bought it on 20% sale. That meaning that if we just take the price of in whole skeins of what I used in this, this one would cost me 211 crowns, which would be 28.5 euros and just under 31 US dollars. So an alright price, a perfectly nice price for something like this. I don't have a job, as you might know, so for me this is super nice, and the fact that I knitted it twice just means that I got the double of knitting out of the same price. So yes, this is my first finished object. Love it. Just a last little look at it. Yeah, good. So that's gonna put aside, and then I'm gonna show the next one. Because the next one is my summer knit, my first summer knit of the year, perhaps as well. So this, you didn't see it the last time. I casted it on and finished it between these and the last podcast. But I talked about it because the yarn is yarn I had left over from another top I tried to make at one time that didn't succeed, and yeah, I ripped it all back and I don't remember the yarn, but I am pretty sure that it is Sandnes Sunday. So this is it. This is a top by Naked Knit. It's called a wrap top. As you can see, it crosses over in the front, and then in the back I decided to add the possibility to adjust the length using these little bra thingies. Really happy. I can't talk so much about the pattern on my own things because I don't really use a pattern, but on these things I really like to talk a bit about the pattern as well, because I believe I made this to fit to somewhat a size medium. I am between a size medium and a large, depending. And I used 100 grams of yarn, more or less, for this, which I believe would put me in medium and large for what they said you would need to use in their pattern. The pattern doesn't have specific sizes. It doesn't go from extra small to extra large or anything. It comes with, we use this much for size small. We believe you would need for this for the small, this for the medium, and this for the large. Just so you have something to go for if you need bigger size or smaller size. But I actually really like the fact about that. I would like to have some more sizes in on that. Like if you're usually size extra small, then it would have been nice to have a bit of more grams for the different sizes. But I also think it's cool because the fact is that you knit the cups. It also comes. It's both a bra and a top. I just knitted the bra. I knitted the top, sorry. It comes, you knit these cups, you knit them to your own size. It tells you how to knit them to your own size, when to stop, and then how to figure out how much you need on the back. Because, this, okay, if you can see these actually ends on the back, or just in the beginning of my back, but they tell you how to figure out how much to use, how to figure out how many stitches you need to cast on again, and everything. And I really like that, because that just means that no matter the size you are, you can have a bra or a top that more or less fits you. So I'm really happy with that. I really like it. and in general, just like it's Sunday, so it's Sandnes Sunday, I believe. As I said, we're gonna say it's that. It's some wool. It's gonna be nice both underneath, just as a sweater like this, but also for the summer, the spring, using that outside. It's gonna be super cool using that. So yeah, I'm really happy about this. It's really cool. I really like the pattern. And I like the fact that there are no fixed sizes. But I would like to know how many grams you believe there were to be used for a bit larger size range. Yeah. But yes, this one is knitted in Sandnes Sunday, as I said, I believe, and it's knitted in the color 40, 50, 54. I believe it's a wine red. If you're on the Danish or Norwegian or Swedish side, I believe you can see, Finnish probably, you can see what they're called, but if you're on the English side, you can't, they don't have names. I'm pretty sure it's like a deep wine red, it's called. Yeah, and as I said, I used around 100 grams, that's 2 skeins, and that will come up to, I need to find the right one, sorry, the right one here, the raptor. That will come up to 14 Danish crowns, 15.5 euro, 16.5 US dollar. So, super fine top. Same price as you would get a top like this for it out in the shop, sometimes even cheaper perhaps, depending on the size of course. But yes, I'm really happy with it, and I can't wait to wear it a lot this summer, and perhaps underneath all of my sweaters until it becomes warm. So my last finished object has apparently decided to leave me right there. My last finished object, I talked about this as well last time, is this frog. There you go, it got eyes. I like it and I don't like it. It has nothing to do with the pattern. The pattern is nice, it's good pattern. It's made by Claire Garland, also known as Dot Pebbles. It's a nice pattern. Sometimes it's a bit confusing the way it's written, but you just need to look and then it's fine. You get a really nice frog out of it. But it's actually made for a lot smaller size frog in itself, and a lot smaller needle and yarn. And it's meant to hold double the yarn. Not double, but you need to have 2 strands of yarn. I only had 1. I used the Sandnes Fritids garn, leftover from my from one of my sweaters I made. I showed it the last time as well, and I can't really figure out if I like this one or not. I know I do not. It has wires in the arms. I'm not really happy about the way I wired this one. I wired the other ones I've made as well. But yeah, this one, not happy. But I'm thinking perhaps that he can get a sweater and then he's going to be fine. And then he can just get like a spot somewhere. But I think if I were to make it again, I would add mohair. Because the other ones I've made have mohair, and it just, I don't know what it does, but it just really does something. Yeah, and then the other one I have one that I sometimes bring along for fun stuff. It just sits on my my belt bag. But it has a sweater on it. I think that does a little bit too. So I think I'm going to knit this one a sweater, but I do think I want to knit one again sometime. I think it's a bit fiddly because there's not many stitches in it, so to me, to my hands, it becomes fiddly even on the large needles. So I think it's going to be a little while before I do it again. But yeah, I'm gonna knit one again sometime, and I think I'm gonna add some mohair. I do know I have some leftover mohair. from, I don't know what. I have some leftover green mohair. And I have some white as well. But yes, this one is knitted in Sandnes Fritids. And the colors are color 8571. That's the green one. I think it's a forest green or something like that. And the second one is 3021, and it's like a beigey white, greyish. I don't know. Yeah. It's not white, that's for sure. It's like a natural color-ish. But yes. This is my last finished object for this time. It is kind of cute. It's not that. I'm just not completely satisfied, and that's perfectly fine. It's going to get a sweater or, I don't know, some overalls or something, and then he can find a spot to live. Yeah, I can't really give him to a kit because I realised that the wire sometimes poked out of the body of his stomach, and yeah, so not. This one is not for kids. I have the other times this one the wire stops up here in the leg. The other times, and the same with the arms. The other times I've actually had the wire go all the way through the body and to the other arm, so the wire was like just one. And the same with the legs, it would go up into the body and down, so that I wouldn't have any ends inside here that you could poke yourself on, as you apparently can't with this one. So not for kids. This one is for show only. So yes, that was my finished objects. 3 I've finished. Yeah. So I thought I would go on now to what I'm currently knitting on. I have 2 projects. I have a big and a large project, and I think I started on the last time, I don't know. Or I just talked about it. Let me start with showing the big one. The big one is by Lincoln Neumann, and it is this sweater here. It's from the book called Vilmark's Sweaters. I like it. This is one of my knitting books I really like. I've only knitted 2 or 3 patterns in here, but I actually knitted 2 of them twice. And yeah, I don't know, and I just find it inspiring as well to see this kind of Norwegian stuff, what she does. This is volume 1, this is the first one. She has 3 now. The third one is coming out shortly, I believe. And then she has one for children and babies, and one for interior designs like pillows and blankets and stuff. It's really cool. I have this one and number 2. And they do have children's knits in them as well. So that's like cool. I would say that the pattern does make you calculate some things on your own. Like you have to take in until there's this and this many stitches left, not do it 5 times, 6 times, 8 times. It's just do it until there's this left, so you have to calculate it yourself, depending on who you are. I think it's a bit annoying, but it's not that bad. I just count my stitches once in a while. I count half of the stitches, one sleeve and one front or back, and because there's equal amount of stitches, so I have half, double it up, and then that's that. But I got it's not that long ago since I connected the sleeves, as you might see. They're still dangling out here. And I started on the raglan decreases. I absolutely love these little wolves on it. I think it's so cute. I made actually this one. I made one similar in green and whitish, beigeish for my boyfriend a few years back. 2 years back, one or 2 years back. I made it. I think it's so cool. Though he's got a bit too long, so doesn't use it that much. And I had he doesn't like regular pullover and sweaters. He would like always to have a zipper in it. So I steeped it, so now I can't really change it. So yeah, he just needs to grow a few centimeters. Or I just need to perhaps just make him a new one someday. I probably will. But yes, this one is made with Rauma Vams. And I made like slight modifications to it, that being mainly just length. Only length. I'm knitting a size medium, and I decided to knit it shorter in the body, to the same reason as with my cardigan, to make it more fitting to my body. And I make the sleeves longer because I have long arms, and they rarely fit my arms, these. So for this pattern, you just knit, it's not a difficult, so you just knit a bit extra. As you might see, the pattern doesn't directly continue. You have some raglan, there. You have some raglan stitches here, so they don't. It's not continuous, so it's perfectly easy to do that and fine. And yes, I'm really excited. I think it's such a quick knit and such meditative for me. Oh my god, I'm losing stitches. Ah. There we go, so just gonna, there we go. The pattern is, it's like, you know, it's just these two here, you repeat all the time. So it's just so, when I first get into the rhythm, it's so easy for me to remember. I come to a point where I can just look at, okay, what's the next I'm doing, and then I'm just doing that, and I can just go on, and it's so chill and so nice. I really like it. Yes, it's such a nice knit. Did I even bring my last one? Oh my god, I'm gonna go get that. I'm missing a knit. I'm missing my second current knit. Wait for me. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. You know, yeah, I just forgot it. I thought it was with my other. I'm back. So my second knit is this. Oopsie. I showed the yarn last time as well. It's a bit curled up, but what I really like is this. It's just, I believe it's going to be so clean. It's going to have such a clean look, this top. It's made in silk yarn, mulberry silk, hand dyed with birch from a store, oh, in Gottlieb, sorry, from a hand dye in Gottlieb called, they go on the Seiden Atelier, and I got it there last summer. You saw my previous podcast as well. I talked about it and showed a bit pictures from it. It's an absolutely gorgeous place. Love it. Had a lovely chat, and I ended up buying 250 grams of this gorgeous, expensive, but worth it yarn. It's so soft. I wish you could feel it. It has such a nice shine to it, and I really believe that these, it's like a double knitted band. I really believe it's going to give it such a clean look. So yeah, as you can see, I've finished the top part of it, and now I'm just going down. I'm crossing, like I'm crossing bands over each other. There we go. And again, I think it's going to be such a clean look. It's again a self-drafted fun thing. I just had this idea, and I had to knit it. I'm one of those people that just have to. I can't let the idea go until I make it. I have a ton of drawings on my Remarkable filled with and ideas, and I have my notes and everything. I just have, and I draw and I write down what I want to do. And it's hard because you can't make everything at once, I've discovered. So I have to like put my focus in a few things. And I think this is perfect now. I have 2 knits now. I usually at least have 2 knits and I love it. And I have this, which is now plain stockinette, just down, stockinette and round, going down, perfect. And then I have my, it's called Svartulv, did I even say that? Svartulv Sweater, that is colour work where, yes, as I said, it's meditative and repetitive and easy going, but there's still something more to it. It's a bit more, there's a bit extra to it, whereas this is like TV knit for me. This is knit I bring along. Due to my pains and everything, I sometimes enjoy having knits and knitting with me because I use it to refocus my brain, so I don't remember my pain in my leg, and it makes me feel more present. I've also always been one of those people in general that needed to have something in their hands to do. I was always drawing in school because otherwise I couldn't listen. It sounds stupid, but I couldn't listen. During COVID, I was in school as well. I knitted a lot especially because we had so much Zoom. Knitting really saved that for me, but post all this and with my pain, I love it. I bring it, and I just in general bring it. If I had like the right equipment to it, I would knit and walk. I don't walk that much due to my pain, but good. I love being the passenger princess and have my knitting. I love watching series and everything. Knitting. We just had the European Championship for the men's handball and ladies World Championship before Christmas, and knitting for me was just like, oh, then I like handball. So I could just, if I just had a stockinette knitting, that was perfect because then I could focus on the game. Wait. But yes, that is my my second in progress, or my second whip. It's in this little funny bag that I made. With drawstrings and everything. It's okay. I like it. It's nice to have things in. So yes, that is my current projects, what they call whips, works in progress. That's what they're called. Yeah. Do I have any more to say about it? Do you want to know what it knitted on? The Svartulv knitted on size 4.5 and 6mm needle. Don't know the American size. I'm so sorry if you use that. And my camisole is knitted on a 3mm for in general, and then 275 for Vams. And I think I used a size 5 for this one. And I used, as I said, 5.5 for the cardigan. Yeah, so that's that. What's the next I'm gonna do? Because yeah, as I said, the Selfdrafted Sweater is gonna be done soon, and I really like having more stuff on my needles. I have an idea about knitting some socks. I've been thinking about this, and you're like, oh my god, I'm just constantly talking about my other things, but I just recently did a vlog where I attended called Allt om håndarbejdsmesse, which basically is all about handcrafting, a fair about that. And I bought some sock yarn. I'm going to show you too in a bit, but I've been watching Knitting Tradition, Inga from there, and she uses this method where she does an afterthought heel. And I think that looks so interesting, and I really want to try that. So I'm going to do that with one of the two I bought from there, I think. And otherwise I and that's just going to be like a stockinette one, perhaps with something in the top, I don't know. And otherwise I have this book. This is the 52 weeks of socks. And I've already knitted quite a few of them now. I knitted some the Erica socks and Kuntum socks and stuff like that. And I know there's more patterns in here that I like. So I'm definitely going to, I'm probably going to have one of these as well. I have leftover sock yarn in general, both from the ones I'm wearing now, from other socks, and then I have this. These are some hand-dyed orange and pinkish with a tad of yellow yarns. They do show up quite nicely. I have them all winded up already, ready, one for each sock. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's merino and nylon, and due to the way the colour is, you know, you can see it changes a lot. There's a lot of colour. I think I'm gonna choose one of the more simpler patterns for it, but I think it's time. I've been inspired. There's my local shop again, Strikkelyst, is hosting something with help with socks, and I've been watching Marie from Lommen Full of Wool, a fellow podcast as well. She podcasts in Danish. She's been going completely crazy with socks in the beginning of January, and she knitted quite a few pair in January. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Though I'm really considering, due to that, if I wanna buy the some new needles for that. I use the this is the Chagu red lace twist needles. It's I have the long ones, the 13 centimeter long ones. I really love them. I don't break them, I don't bend them. I have a problem. I just bought some random needles in 2 and 2.5 millimeter, I believe, metal, with a long enough cable so that I can do magic glue. Because I usually knit socks 2 at a time, just as I knit sleeves 2 at a time, if I can get away with it. So, you know, they had to be long enough for that. And they bend like crazy. I have to redo it the shape so that like they become straight again, and I'm actually quite surprised by the fact that the metal hasn't hardened yet, that it hasn't broken yet. I'm a bit surprised, but I keep bending them, especially if I do lace or a cable, because then my stitches get a bit hard for me, you know, that decreasing three stitches as one, you know, it's a bit fiddly for me, and I really break them. Or not break them, I bend them like crazy. So I'm really considering investing in Chagu's very thin, basically sock needles. You know, those from, I think it goes from 1.5 millimeters to 2.5. I'm really considering doing that, because if I want to knit socks, I don't want bended needles. So if you have them, let me know. I'm really glad for the ones I got now. The Chagu, I got the Regulus, the big set with from 275 to 8, 9, 10 millimeters perhaps, and then I bought the 3 millimeter myself, because that's not in it because it's American. But yeah, I'm really considering doing that. Then I'm thinking about knitting a yarn cozy, because these are, as you can see, because of the fact that they are some hand-dyed yarn. I'm really sorry, I don't remember who dyed it. I bought it on Recraft. lovely place. I saw Knitting Atelier. She talked about these yarn cozies that she designed and used, where it's basically a sock that you put over that keeps the ball, the cake, safe. Because if you, like me and her, knit from the center, a center pull, they tend to squish and be weird, and if you have them in a bag or something, they just go crazy. If you knit from two, they tangle up, not just the thread you're using. So I thought, you know what, that's actually a really good idea. They're just called yarn cozies, and she has a few different patterns, so I'm thinking I'm going to do that. And I was thinking, you know what, I have some leftover sock yarn again. This one feels a bit thicker, and again I bought this on Recraft, which is a second-hand store for yarn, or online shop. Really beautiful. And I thought, you know what, I can probably get at least one yarn cozy out of this, so why not? So that's what I'm going to do with this, because I do that a lot, and I do buy yarn on skeins. I do, and it's just nice to be able, and also because, you know, the outside, the pull from the outside, it just goes crazy sometimes, and it just, I would love it. I think it's such a cool thing. So yeah, that's definitely something I'm going to do with this. I'm pretty sure this is from a dyer who doesn't unfortunately dye anymore. It's a Danish dyer. But I really like the yellow, green and orangey, peachy vibes that's to it. As you can perhaps see. And you can see this one it's starting to barf. But yes, I really like that. I'm going to do that as well. And the last one I'm going to knit, besides the ones that I already talked about last time that I haven't done yet with, I just like knitting. I try to knit with my leftover yarn, so, but otherwise this is Sandnes alpaca. Yeah. This is a deep blue, really beautiful, almost navy if it isn't navy. It's the color 5575. I have two of these, and I'm gonna knit a scarf. You already seen one of them. I showed it the last time as well, and this is basically the same. This one is just knitted with alpaca wool and a hand-dyed silk mohair. I really like it. This one is a bit longer than I expect this one to be, as there is 2 strands in this. There's only going to be one in this, but I really wanted like a dark scarf that would fit a bit more for everything. This one does fit a lot because it is so white, but also it's just nice with some dark. Yeah, I'm going to knit one more of these. This is as well as Selfdraft. I've made a lot. I just like them. I like cables a lot. Yeah, that's another cable knit. Yeah, that is what I expect to start on within the next couple of days, weeks. I don't know. Perhaps I change my mind, and then that's what I do. I rarely do something specific. And as for the socks goes, I don't know what I'm going to start on. I just want to knit some socks, that's for sure. So yeah, next I want to talk about what I just recently got. Just gonna do this. Yeah, my camera can't, if the files are too big, I can't export them to my computer without taking out my memory card, and I don't have the reader for my memory card right now, so I'll have to make sure that my videos aren't too long. But recently achieved bought, whatever you kind of want to call it. My addition to my little yarn stash is these 2 pretty ones. they are absolutely gorgeous, and the colour really, I think it's matching pretty good so far as what I can see. It's hand dyed by a painter's yarn. I don't know if you can see that big P there. And I love, first of all, I love the slogan from her: "Life is too short for dull yarns." Big fan. Both of these is what she calls a sock merino mini, which is 75% merino, 25% nylon, and it's superwash. The blue one is called Blue Lagoon, and the green one is called Jungle, which I think fits pretty well. And yeah, they go 212 meters per 50 grams, which is fitting with the regular sock yarn. 100 meters, I don't know, 100 grams goes around 400 meters. This goes just over. I like and prefer thin socks because, yeah, again, my foot, my leg, I have pain in my left leg and foot, and it means that my foot is sometimes extremely sensitive. And because of on thick yarn, it's more, I can feel the stitches so much. I tried yesterday a wool pair of socks I knitted in some thicker yarn, like drops Nepal size, and it was just a petite knit Sunday socks. I think they're too big for me. The yarn is too thick. I can't wear them. It's wild. So I really think that this, knitted on 2.5mm needles, they're gonna be perfect. I'm so excited. So yeah, is that it? I do have, like, my grandma gave me some table cloths to the table, and she had some leftovers. I think I'm gonna make some more of these perhaps one day, so that I got as well. But if not, I'm just gonna keep it for someday and make some fun out of it. I think I am a bit in love with some of the others that I find online. They're knitting bags, and I think I might want to go with them before I sew my own, because I'm really bad at it. I just really love having my projects in things, and if I have yarn, I know, especially if it's like 2 skeins or 1 skein or something, I really like having them in a project bag, because then I feel like I'm ready to start this. But yeah, so that's everything for this time. And if you do not want to hear about what's going on in my life, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. And you can find everything down below, of course. And I hope you like this. And otherwise, welcome to just a quick chat about what's going on, because I talk a ton about my leg and the pain, and because that's a big part of what's going on in my life. And I am waiting excitedly to see my local office for us who is on sort of like sick leave / is trying to figure out what to do for a job, if we can even work a job and stuff like that. The public services are trying to help us and me. So I am waiting on, they are trying to find an internship for me, where I am to go out and try and work a few days a week for an hour or so, and try to figure out how that feels on my body, how it feels on my head, if I get tired, if I don't, if I get more pain, if it doesn't change, and everything like that. And I'm really excited because I miss it. And I am in pain a lot, but I really, staying at home a lot is when you don't want to. and you can't really do that much. It's not because I can't clean the house in a day. I have to use several days doing it. I do this because it gives me energy. I love sharing what I do, and this is a way where I can take the breaks I need. I don't have to get the podcast here out today. I can wait for tomorrow or the day after. The thing that takes the time is me sitting here talking, and even that I can stop it and close my eyes and take a break for however long I want and start again. I think that's great. But I'm excited to see. I've been talking about going to yarn shops or some like creative places because my education as a sign language interpreter in Danish is very much only that. I'm not educated to that much more. I do have the basics for like translating. So perhaps that would take time for me, of course. But yeah, I'm waiting for that. I'm really excited because I really do want to go out and try and work and slowly make my way back, perhaps. I don't know. Every day, I've figured it like a day-to-day life. I wake up early in the morning because I have to take some painkillers. I have like 3 times a day where I take painkillers, and I do have to take them quite regularly because otherwise I'm going to be in pain. And when I do that, Monday to Friday, I get up, and if I am fresh and ready, I go down and work out at the local gym. And if not, I'm just sitting at home relaxing. And then weekends is my like real days off for that. And that really, figured it gives me more of like a day-to-day. So yeah, but I'm really excited, and I would really love to go to something creative because, as you might figure out, I am a creative person. But yeah, that's what's going on. I hope to be able to say next time that I got it, that I got somewhere to be. So yes. Otherwise, to you who's still here, thank you so much for still being here through all my yapping. Thank you so much for watching and engaging in this. I really, really hope you would like to perhaps leave a comment, but at least give this video a thumbs up if you really liked it. And if you haven't, please do subscribe to me if you want to see more from me. And if you already subscribed, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. And yeah, you can find me, as I already said, on TikTok and on Instagram as by Michelle Knapman. And then I will see you sometime, perhaps soon. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.